prison reform.
Yes, 100%. My father used to be a CO, Rikers Island, so I completely understand the CO problem. And my mom was a felon, so I understand both sides of
And
this.
what would you do?
First things first, we're making a huge error by making black and white thinking. And the black and white thinking is everyone in prison is a victim. Not true. Everyone in prison is evil. Not true. There are people in prison who should be in prison, and I'm glad they're in prison. There are people in prison who made a mistake and deserve a second chance. And there are people in prison who shouldn't be in prison. The problem is I don't know which ones are which. You know who does? Corrections officers. And we ignore them. They deal with them every single day. I meet corrections officers, I visit prisons, and what I hear every single time from corrections officers are, I got 12 years left, I got 5 years left, I got 7 years left. All they want to do is leave.
Yeah.
That's it. They hate what they're doing. First thing we have to do is make sure the corrections officers are part of the solution. And a great example of this is what's happening right now in Massachusetts, a place called the HUMV program.
This is Michael Person's second time in jail for drug-related theft since he left the military 5 years ago. And it's pretty different from the last.
Good morning, guys.
This time, Michael is one of 25 inmates in a new, experimental, veterans-only housing unit. The unit is meant to do two things: give vets the kind of hyper-structured setting they got used to in the military, and provide treatment they needed but may not have sought out when they left the service. There are mandatory group therapy sessions, PTSD treatments, regular visits from the VA, and motivational speakers.
The HUMV program is where they take 2 COs and a bunch of volunteers to take people out of the prison who are all former veterans, put them in the same community, and then try to make them, set them up so they can support each other and then get out and get back in action.
I'll tell you what, in 7 months, this place has completely just changed the way I go about situations. It's helped me learn is that like help is okay. I pushed that help away for so long, or I didn't know it existed, and it's led me continuously to addiction or these kinds of places.
The program relies almost entirely on volunteers. It only costs the jail the price of one full-time staff member.
The recidivism rate in Massachusetts is over 70%. This program, under 5%. I want to bring that to New York State as what I'm calling CRU, CRU, community reform units. It's any community, whether that could be gang members, people who've been gender issues, anything. I don't care what it is. The COs will help me to figure out what are the right groups, and 2 of them will come up and fix this.
So is it transferable to other populations if you're able to identify them in the way you can identify veterans?
Absolutely. We're starting another unit in here for young adult offenders, those from 18 through 24.
And you might say, well, do COs want to do this? Yes, they do. Some COs just want to be prison guards. That's fine. But some want to actually make a difference. Let them begin to learn the new skills and actually help people and begin to get people back into the system with a real second chance. I saw my mother. She had no second chance.